Welcome back to the vlog. Clearly we're on set in a new location. We're actually on a little family trip in Utah and we've actually been here for a few days, and honestly I gotta tell you, I've been really enjoying it. I wasn't really sure what to expect here. So we're here at a little cabin sort of in Cottonwood Heights is the area. Really beautiful. You can pretty much see a lot of, I guess, Salt Lake City or just the valley from here, and it's been really magical. I've been filming a couple of things here and there, so I'm gonna see how I'm gonna film this vlog. So forgive me if it's a little bit all over the place, but I just want to show you some of the beauties, some of the treasures that I've encountered along the way for a few days now. We still have a few more days, but it's gonna be pretty fun. So I think right now we're gonna head over to Park City, which is about a 30-minute drive from here, actually probably less. And I think that's like where they do the Winter Olympics. It's very touristy from what I've seen. We've already went once and it was absolutely beautiful. So we're gonna head up there, hit up a couple shops, maybe get some ice cream and see where the day takes us. Let's go. My family and I have never had In-N-Out before, so when we had the opportunity, we went for a little late night snack. We are vegetarian. We've been vegetarian for a few years, except for my dad, so he had the burger. The rest of us had some shake and fries. They were delicious, and honestly, I think we might go back. You know me, I love me some coffee. Granted, I do like simple coffee like drip or just a simple almond milk latte. I sometimes get a little frisky. I don't know if that's the right word, but I do enjoy a pumpkin spice or a lavender once in a while, but I like it simple. Nonetheless, good coffee, and this place quickly became my favorite. Not just because it was closer to the cabin, but it had good seating, great food, some outlets for the chargers while I did some work, and more importantly, a view. Lots of scenery to take in. You're literally right up against the mountain that you feel like you just grab the mountains. I really enjoyed my experience here. I visited many times and I would highly recommend Alpha Coffee in Cottonwood Heights. If you and I are together and in a hurry somewhere, you better hope I don't see a vintage market sign, because I will follow it to the end. There is no stopping me. And guess what? I found this beautiful little antique shop. It's on the smaller side, but there are a couple of great treasures throughout the space that I think is well worth the visit. How about this vintage glass candy jar? Candy jar. This would be perfect for, of course, some candies. I think that's what they were used. Maybe it's not a best idea for me because I will finish those candies in one day. Specifically, anything with chocolate and peanuts together. I will go crazy. Not to be dramatic or anything, but how insanely beautiful are these glasses? I mean, look at the base, look at the color combination. They are amazing and I need them, but I don't. You know what's funny? This large vintage pot caught my attention. I believe it might be a rice wine jar, and the reason I know is that I actually carry a few of these on my online shop. Ideal for creating a vintage statement for years to come. Oh my gosh, these little seals are so cute, and they're $2.99 a piece, and I believe also solid brass. But honestly, I need to calm down with the brass. It might be a problem, but it is what it is. Here's another vintage glass candy jar, very beautiful. I believe this is Hershey's and in red, which is interesting. I've never seen in red before. I've had a clear crystal one, but not red. My mom was telling me that she used to have a front door, a large wooden front door that used a key of this size, like an actual key, like a working key and lock, which is crazy. I could just imagine how heavy that door must have been to open and close. That's wild. This still life painting caught my attention. I appreciate the almost sort of use of the primary colors here. Casa Refined, this is Jorge speaking. How can I help? Do you ever just have like a dumb moment? Because for the life of me, I could not figure out what this was in person until I'm looking at this back now. This is clearly a bird, a seagull, right? But obviously we know this is a unicorn, a very special brass one indeed. I think life is about savoring the beautiful moments, and those beautiful moments could probably include looking through colored glassware. This is a special bowl. And this one right here, could it be colored glassware? Could it be tortoise glassware? Who knows? What about this? I think this is something you could hang up against the light, or probably against the window, so that you can get those beautiful colors coming through, especially during the sunlight or sunset. Could you imagine golden hour with this coming through? Oh, I wish I had the space to take this with me, but that's okay. I hope someone else gets to enjoy it. Good morning. It is 7 a.m. and I'm gonna go for a little workout at the gym to get some endorphins, and honestly I've just been on my health journey, so I'm trying to gain some muscle and see where their day takes us. There's actually a thrift store kind of near, well, not kind, yeah, kind of nearby it, so maybe I'll stop by if there is something or not. We'll see. But I don't know, one thing that I like about when traveling is kind of just getting into a new routine, and I kind of just imagine myself, like, for example, here at the house, like I could just imagine myself like living here, like what life would be like, and you know, going to the coffee shop, the gym, grocery store, and I've gotten to experience all of that. Of course, visiting somewhere is not the same as or living somewhere is not the same as traveling, but I don't know, I could totally see myself living here. From what I've seen, I really have liked it. Let me know if you are from Utah. How is your experience like? Anyways, let's go get a workout in. I've had my fair share of pan dulce, which is Mexican sweetbread if you're not familiar. I had to try this place out. I had some good reviews on Google, which is Panaderia Monterrey. The bread was delicious. I highly recommend checking this out if you're looking for some authentic Mexican sweetbread. This is delicious. Pair it with some morning coffee, maybe a glass of milk, or even some cinnamon tea. But beware, this stuff is delicious, it is addicting, and I'm sure it has a lot of sugar, but it's worth it. Have it, you deserve it. After an early dinner, we explored town and made a quick stop at Lema's Kokopeli Gallery, which they offer fine Indian art. I am blown away with all of the fine art throughout this gallery. Is just truly remarkable. The craftsmanship, the dedication to the patinas of the metals, the wall art, the pottery. It was just breathtaking. I wanted to buy everything, but of course, I don't think the budget would allow us for that. Look at this beautiful blankets. Actually, I think these might be rugs, but how incredible would these be draped over the backside of a sofa? And of course, maybe used as a rug. Honestly, hanging them as a tapestry on the wall. I'm not the biggest fan of tapestries personally, but something like this, especially over like a large wall to fill like a stairwell or something like that, truly a sweet visual treat with purpose. I am back here. This is Wheeler's historic farm, I believe. We were actually here a couple of days ago and it looked like just a beautiful place, but we did not get to explore the area or go inside, which I don't know if you can actually go inside, but I'm gonna go back here and see what there is, kind of explore. It looks just like a quaint, peaceful place, a perfect area for a stroll. So I'm hoping we can go inside. I believe it's like a house, like the old house or farm. I don't know. Let's go take a look. So it looks like this was probably the main driveway. It's gated off right now, but I mean, look at how these trees line both sides of the road. It's so beautiful. There are so many sunflowers everywhere. It's so beautiful. It looks like this was the original house. It was restored. It has such a wonderful garden.
I just wanna go out and walk with you. Baby, you know I just like to talk with you. You don't have to tell me anything that's new. I just wanna go out and walk with you. I just wanna see your shadow next to mine, sailing over pavement with our two outlines. I like to see the shape you're in from time to time. I just wanna see your shadow next to mine. I just wanna see the same things you can see, understand the meaning on a new degree. Maybe that could happen when you're next to me. I just wanna see the same things you can see.
Such a beautiful area. It's a little warm, but I would highly recommend you coming to check it out if you ever visit Utah. I personally enjoyed it. I think this would be a great place to visit during the farmers market, which I believe is Sunday or Saturday. I think it's Sunday. And then you can tour the whole area while you're here. Just be a little bit patient with parking during the farmers market. We found it to be you have to find a spot, but overall, such a beautiful space. I think this is also a perfect place to bring there. I think it's a perfect place to also like bring your kids if you have kids or grandkids. They have a lot of activities. I think like feeding the animals, the farm animals. There are lots of fruits and vegetable, like a garden that you can learn from. So lots of activities. I think it's just like a good community resource, a good spot to spend the day. All right, I gotta get going. Let's head on over. Actually, let's go to a car wash because this car needs a wash. One thing about me is that I love a hand car wash. There's nothing quite like just manually getting into the grooves and stuff, because those touchless car washes or the drive-through ones, they just don't do it for me. So let's give it a full hand car wash. Oh my god, it is so hot. I gotta tell you, there is nothing more satisfying than a clean car though. Like literally, I will come clean your house, your car for you. I find so much satisfaction and just, I love it. Let's go get some coffee. It's hot. I see Pottery Barn. Let's go take a peek and see what is new. I actually really enjoy going to Pottery Barn. Fun fact, I used to work there a couple of years ago and had a really great experience. Even though it's not fully my style, I do appreciate the way that they layer, the coziness that is curated, and overall just a really feel-good store in my opinion. At this particular point, we are moving into autumn, so I'm spotting lots of autumnal pieces throughout, some accents, some florals. Of course, you know I love the way that Pottery Barn accessorizes and styles their vessels, their vintage style pottery. Not real vintage, of course, but it certainly creates that feeling. I understand this table is a display, but I could totally see this being used in a large entryway, a very maximalist approach. If you want to curate the perfect autumnal vibes, definitely consider this Harvest Spice candle. It smells delectable. I could totally see myself using this all season. I don't really drink, but I do appreciate this glassware. It's got that two-tone with the amber and of course the clear glass. The detailing of this is just immaculate. The perfect choice for fall gatherings or even the holidays. Here are the pumpkins upon pumpkins for all the pumpkin needs. But how about adding some pattern with some throw blankets or some throw pillows? If you are in need of a recliner that does not look like an ugly recliner, maybe consider this chair. I am almost confident it is a recliner. It has this dark green leather, although it probably can be custom ordered. I think this is a beautiful chair, period, and the fact that it's a recliner can really make something like this not be an eyesore in a living room. I have an admiration for good floral arrangements, and this one certainly caught my attention. It could be the dark moody dahlias paired with these other beautiful flowers, perfect for autumn. I'm not sure if this arrangement comes like this pre-made or they put it together. Worth looking into if you like it. A couple of things I learned as we visited Park City a few times, specifically the downtown area, is number one, it's on a hill, but it's not that bad, honestly. It's not a really big town. Also, there are some great restaurants, some cute gift shops, but some wonderful art galleries throughout. I would say more on the pricier side, but there are some really talented artists that have their work here. It's great to just admire. But also, I learned that the Sundance Film Festival takes place here. I did not know that, but I also learned that it's actually moving to, I believe, Boulder, Colorado, I believe, in 2027, but don't hold me to it. I might be wrong. Kind of an interesting, fun little fact. Overall, just a cute little town. It's a ski town, but I find the temperature during this late summer perfect for exploring. Alright, today is a pretty fun day. I have a little bit of free time, so I'm actually here at the thrift store, not thrift store, the antique mall. I can spend hours. It's honestly my favorite place in the world because you just don't know what you'll find, and it's nice kind of going down memory lane, or at least somebody else's memory. A lot of things are older than I am, but let's go take a look and see what we can find. Not, of course, on the hunt for anything specific. Maybe a cute, like a vintage, like a tote bag or something like that. Maybe a leather jacket, or of course, you know, home decor. But let's go take a look. You know, I did a bit of research and found that the Capital City Antique Mall had some great reviews, so of course I had to pay a visit, and I was wonderfully greeted by a collection of brass items, including these vintage brass wands. As you know, I have an obsession with vintage brass wands, and these are actually planters, which are great for smaller house plants, or just let them be the sculptural icons that they are. Speaking of which, this bronze deer head sculpture caught my attention. I think it might be a planter. You know, I would say that this antique mall is on the medium size as far as antique malls go. They had some really great vendors, well curated, and I was pleasantly surprised by this one who offered mid-century modern pieces. These chairs are quite interesting, but what caught my attention more was this floor lamp. This is a wonderful lamp with the yellow lampshades. I think it's ideal for a mid-century or even an eclectic space. How do we feel about old teapots? This one is remarkable. The texture, the design. Although I would not use this for serving tea, I certainly would enjoy using this for styling purposes. What do you think? This handmade bowl has an interesting form. It could very well be made by a student, but nonetheless, I do think it's still beautiful. My goodness, take a look at this candle holder set. I've never seen anything like this. I don't know what these forms are or what they represent, or I'm not sure with their origin, but I do think it's quite sculptural. These are so beautiful. What do you think? Oh, well, who do we have here? Oh, what do we have here? You gotta love an old piano lamp, but this could very well be used as a desk lamp. Of course, maybe replacing for an LED bulb, but I gotta tell you, there's nothing quite like the warmth of that good old halogen bulb. It is hot. It is hot. Okay, but I did find some treasures that I'm really excited about. I think I'm gonna probably do a large haul when I get back home. So I don't know if it's gonna be in this vlog or not, but I found some treasures. You're gonna love them.